Are you looking for a new gaming TV that should be 42 inches, ideally suited for playing 4K 120Hz with your PlayStation 5? Then you've come to the right place, because that's what this video is all about. And I've been really looking forward to this video because today we're talking about the LG C4, one of the best TVs on the market in my opinion. Without wasting time, let's get started. So we begin with a price. We see $897 right away. That's a hefty price, but I tell you, it's worth it. Considering that we're in the Black Friday or Cyber Monday season, I would say check the current price with this QR code or the link in the description box below. It may even be cheaper than at the time of my recording. But what makes this TV so good? Well, it's clearly due to the OLED panel, which ensures that we have perfect blacks and theoretically infinite contrast. This is simply because the individual pixels can be turned off. Consequently, we can display black properly as black and not as dark gray like what you would have with those budget LCD TVs. Another reason why this TV is so good is its 950 nits peak brightness. We need this to properly display HDR. And yes, all budget TVs also advertise that they have HDR, but they usually have around 280 nits peak brightness. That's not enough. You need at least 600 nits to properly display HDR. Admittedly, there are some budget TVs that have 1300 nits due to their mini LED panels, but the LG C4 is way better because it has better tone mapping. This helps us display dark or bright areas with less loss, so we don't see such uniform mess like with budget TVs. Additionally, the LG C4 is really good at displaying colors correctly. The color accuracy is very good, and the DCI-P3 color space, which is the green marked area here, is nearly covered. Budget TVs don't manage this as well either. In general, the LG C4, although not LG's most expensive TV, can still compete with the very best and most expensive TVs on the market. Of course, this TV has HDMI 2.1, and not just one, but 4. So if you have a gaming PC, a PlayStation 5, and an Xbox Series X, for whatever reason, you can have all 3 devices connected simultaneously and don't have to tediously switch cables every time you want to use one or the other. Additionally, there's NVIDIA G-Sync, which means screen tearing is not an issue, and a very low response time of 1 millisecond. Now let's continue with the connections. As mentioned, you have 4 HDMI 2.1 ports. One of these HDMI ports, specifically HDMI 2, also supports eARC. This simply means that if you have a soundbar, for example, and change the volume there, the TV synchronizes and implements it accordingly. Apart from that, you obviously have all the other common connections like Wi-Fi 5, Bluetooth, USB ports, LAN port, and so on. What's unfortunate is that there's no headphone output. I didn't know this either, but there are some people who find it important to still be able to connect wired headphones directly to the TV. Yes, that's new to me too, but unfortunately that's not possible here. What I want to mention is Bluetooth. Now, you're probably wondering, why do I need Bluetooth on a TV? Well, you need it to connect a soundbar, but more on that later. Now let's continue with the design. The TV is well built, but in this price range, we wouldn't expect anything less. Another thing you should know if you specifically choose the 42-inch variant, the stand is different on this model. You get 2 side stands instead of a single center one, like on the larger C4 models. I always recommend mounting the TV on the wall. I've linked a suitable wall mount in the description box below, and in my opinion, it simply looks the most elegant this way. Now let's continue with the smart TV features. WebOS 24 is installed here, and what does that mean for us? All common apps and streaming services are available. Everything from Netflix to YouTube and Amazon Prime Video works here. Chromecast is also included. A feature that I find particularly cool, however, is multi-view. You can display 2 different sources simultaneously. Now, if you're wondering how it works with a sound, you can, of course, select which sound source you want to use. LG also promises that you'll receive updates for at least 5 years. And if you're wondering what to do after those 5 years, it's simple. Get yourself an Amazon Fire TV stick, the 4K version. On sale, it costs $30 to $40, and your smart TV problem will be solved. The sound is perfectly fine if you just want to watch normal TV. But if you say, no, I want that home theater feeling, okay, the TV is a bit small for a home theater feeling. But if you say you want to listen to a lot of music and sound quality is particularly important to you, then you unfortunately can't avoid getting a separate soundbar. I recommend this one here. Even though it's relatively expensive, the sound quality is superb. It can also be connected wirelessly to the TV via Bluetooth, which is even better for aesthetics. Now let's come to the summary. This is the best TV you can buy right now, especially if you're looking for gaming TVs 4K 120Hz or with a gaming PC 144Hz over HDMI 2.1. You have multiple connections, G-Sync is included so you don't have screen tearing, and the response time of 1 millisecond is great for playing video games, even for competitive titles. Of course, the price is a bit higher, but in return, you get really good picture quality. You can also use HDR, so basically it's a complete package that's superb and can easily compete with the best TVs on the market today. And at 42 inches, you don't have much choice, because most premium TVs, like the LG G4, only start at 55 inches. This means you can't even choose that one. So for me, it's very clear. This is the best TV you can get right now. Check the price via the QR code or the link in the description box below. If it costs less than $900, I would definitely recommend it. If it's above that, then be patient for a while until the price goes down again. If you want to support this channel and our video game project, we'd appreciate if you'd use the links in the description box below when making your purchase. This has been Marty, and I'll be seeing you on the next video. Cheers!